Yeah. So see here, c equal to my class, right? C equal to my class means what? This is contains name, right? What is the name here? C, that is called named object. What about nameless object here? Directly I can create object my class data. What is the function here? Disp, right? Disp expecting how many arguments here? 2 arguments, right? Simply here you can pass 10 comma 20. This line is also valid. This object contains any name here? No, right? This approach is called what? A nameless object. So we can call the functions in two ways. One is a named object and nameless object. Named object means what? With reference variable. Nameless object means directly without reference variable. Directly without reference variable. Very clear? That is one point clarity how to get. And one more clarity. See, for the single class you can create one object or you can create multiple objects. Tell me, for a single class you can create one object or multiple objects. Multiple objects, right? Good. Multiple object means what? Here c equal to my class, you can print the variables, no problem. Otherwise you can write c1 equal to my class also. So this memory is different, this memory is different. Two different memories you created, right? Good. Here you can call c1 dot which function here? Disp of c1 disp of what? 1020. Otherwise simply can go for the print function, print of what? c1 dot a. Next one is what? Print of what? c1 dot b. That's it. Very clear? So here what the point? Here 2 points you have to give conclude. Point number 1, for you can create the object in two ways. One is a named object approach and what? A nameless object. An object with reference is called named object. Without reference is called what? A nameless object. Point number 2, based on the single class you can create multiple objects. Every object occupies what? A memory. See here you can call c dot disp, here c1 dot disp, c dot a, c dot b, c1 dot a, c dot b. And one more point, when I am doing the practicals I'll leave these points, okay? See, c1 dot a, if you change the value it is affected on this value, right? Where c1 dot a is contains 10 20 values, right? c1 dot a, c1 dot b. If you are doing modification c1 dot a equal to 100, that is affected to only c1 object. c dot a equal to 100 means that is affected to only c object. When we do the modifications on particular variable, particular object, see for example c dot a equal to 100, then what happened? This 100 is reflected to only this object. c1 dot a equal to 100 means this is reflected to only this object. So the modifications will be reflected on what? A same object. So no, yeah, modifications will be reflected on what? Same object, right? That's it. Very clear? So I hope you'll get some clarity regarding how to declare the functions and how to declare the variables, right? Good. So based on this explanation we'll do some practicals, then we will start the constructor, right? Check the practicals now. Good. So next one here, so the class is generally to declare what? Logics, right? Class is a logical entity, contains logics of the application. Contains logics of the application means inside the class you can declare the logics, right? Good. So to declare the class here, declare the class by using class keyword. Class my class. Tell me, class my class. So inside the class, declare the function. To declare the function, simply can go for the def keyword, def m1 function here. That's it. See, to represent this function is belongs to this class, we have to use the self keyword actually. To represent this function is belongs to that class, we have to use the self keyword. So print this is my simply m1 function. So m1 function, right? That's it. See, inside the class you can declare multiple functions. So simply can write the def m2 function. To represent this function is belong to this class, you have to use the self keyword here. What is the purpose of self? Self is nothing but current class object. To represent this function is belongs to that class, we are using self actually. This is my simply can write what? M2 function, right? That's it. See here the class contains so many functions here. The class contains so many functions, 2 functions, right? To call that function we have to create the object. C equals simply my class. C equal my class, simply can call the c dot m1, simply can call the c dot m2. That's it. Simply run this code. So m1 function and what? M2 function, right? That's it. Clear? So just to represent these functions are belongs to particular class, we are using which keyword here? Self keyword. Then what are the functions you declared? Just create the object and call the functions, right? That's it. Clear? This is example. Next example here. Coming to the next example, I will go for edit plus here. In edit plus, how to declare the class? Tell me here. Class my class. Tell me here. Class my class colon. To declare the function def m1 here. Otherwise, simply can declare the def add. To represent this function is belongs to particular class, you have to go for the self. Self. See here the function you can pass the arguments also. Now def is add is expecting how many arguments here? 2 arguments, right? That's it. See here inside the add, let me go for the print a plus b addition, right? If you want, you can declare one more def multiplication of self comma x comma y. See, these are the local variables, these are specific to add method. Whatever this x and y, these are specific to multiplication method, right? That's it. Simply can go for the print of what? X plus y, right? That's it. So as I said, how to create the object of my class here? C1 equal to what? My class, right? C1 equal to my class. So observe one point here. You can create a multiple object for the single class. See, class is a blueprint. Based on the blueprint, you can create multiple objects actually. Okay, C1 equal to my class. Then simply can call C1 dot, the function is called what? Add function. Add is expecting how many arguments? 2 arguments. In the same way, we can call C1 dot, tell me C1 dot multiplication function, you can call the 3 and 4. Clear? And you can create one more object, like multiple object you can create. I am declaring C2 equal to my class. C2 dot, the function is called what? Add function by passing 100 comma 200. Next one is what? C2 dot multiplication. Here you can pass 4 comma 5. So clear? So what is the conclusion of this example? For the single class, you can create one object or multiple objects. Multiple objects, right? Here you are passing arguments. Clear? Simply run this code. How to run this code? What is syntax? Tell me. Python. The file is called what? First dot py, right? That's it. So you can check it. 10 plus 20 30. 7. Next one is what? 100 plus 200. What happened here? Your multiplication here is instant. Okay, plus operator. Don't say that is wrong message, right? So you'll get the corresponding messages, right? That's it. See, in this example, what is the conclusion? So the function you can pass the arguments, and for the single class you can create one object or multiple objects. You can create what? Multiple objects, right? That's it. See, every example, just to pause the video and take every example. Okay, that's it. See, first example you declare 2 functions without argument, second example with argument, and you can create the multiple objects, right? That's it. Coming to the example 3 here. Now I will talk about the class variables. Okay, I will talk about what? Class variables. So inside the class I want to declare the variables actually. Okay, how to declare variables inside the class? As you know, class my class, here I declared a comma b equal to 10 comma 20, right? So here I declare these variables inside the class. Okay, good. See here I have some function to declare the function def m1 function. To represent this function is belongs to this class. How to represent this function is belongs to this class? By using which keyword? Self, right? That's it. See, inside the function to represent these variables, to print that variables, simply can go for the print of self.a we have to use. See, class level variable inside the class, if you want to represent the class level variables, always you have to go for the self. Don't confuse. Self.a and what? Self.b, right? That's it. One more function means you can write one more thing. Def m2 also you can write. So def m2 to represent this function is belongs to particular class, self keyword you have to use. Then here also simply can write what? Print self.a and what? Self.b. See, once you declare the variables inside the class, we can use that variables within the class in all functions, right? Good. As usual, create the object. C equal to what? My class. Tell me C equal my class. Next one is what? C dot m1 function you can call. Next one is what? C dot m2, right? That's it. Clear? So if you want, you can run this code. You will get the 10 20 how many times? 2 times, right? Okay, good. Here we have to observe one more point actually. The point is, see, we can print this variable by using object also. How to print this variable here? The print Tell me, c dot a we can call, no problem. The printer c dot a, c dot b, that's it. If you want, you can check it. Now you'll get the 3 times, right? So inside the classes, inside the class functions, if you want to use the instance variable, simply have to go for which keyword? Self keyword. But outside of the class, if you want access these class variables, simply you can go for what? Object name. What is the object name here? C is the object name, right? That's it. Very clear? See, inside the class, to represent the class variable, we have to use a self keyword. Outside of the class, to represent the class variable, we have to use what? Object name, right? What is the object name here? C is object name. Clear? That is the class variables. If you want clarity, I'll give one more example. Some guys will ask the question, Ratan sir, you said here AB, here also I have AB, okay? So here also I have AB values, okay? Good. So assume this is my add function, this is my multiplication function. I have many functions here? 2 functions, right? Good. Observe carefully here this example. See, inside the function you declare this variable means this AB is which variable here? Local variable. This AB is which variable? Class level variable, right? Yes or no? These are called what? Class level variable. These are called a local variable, right? The local variables you can print directly. Or directly means what? A plus B, no problem. To represent the current class variables inside the function, how to represent the variables here? Self dot a and tell me self dot a and what? Self dot b, right? That's it. Very simple. Local variable means here you can write a star b. Current class variable means what? Self dot a star self dot b. Okay. So slowly try to get the clarity on the subject. Self dot what? B, right? That's it. Clear? So these are the self dot a, self dot b means these are the class level variable. A plus b means these are called local variable. Okay. Good. Then I would like to call add function and multiplication function. To call that function, create the object. Class my class c equal to my class, then we have to call what? C dot add of, tell me here, c dot add of what? Here how many arguments expecting here? 2 arguments, right? 2 arguments means you have to pass the 2 arguments. I am passing 10 comma 20 is already there. 100 comma 200 you can pass. Next one is expecting what? Multiplication, right? C dot multiplication of it is expecting what? 3 comma 4. Clear? That's it. Tell me in this case what is output, expected output here? This one we are calling add means a plus b, 300. Self dot a plus self dot b means 30. So first is a 330 for the M1 method, add method, add function. Okay. Next one is what? Multiplication, right? A star b means 4 star 3, 12, and 10 star 20 means 200, right? So you can check the output once. The 330, 12 and 4 star 3 means 12, right? 12 and 200. Clear? That's it. See, check the previous example and this example. In the previous example, what we done here? Inside the class I declared variable. To represent that variables inside the functions, we have to go for self keyword. But what about in this case here? We have the local variables. We have the local variables and class variables both. Then local variables directly you can use it. Class variable we have to use its keyword, self keyword, right? Good. We clear? These are called variables declarations and what? Functions declaration. And if you want, I'll give one more example. See, here I'm using the named object and nameless object. It means here we have the class my class. So here I declare def m1 function. To represent this function is belongs to this class, we have to use its keyword self, right? Self of print print what? This is my ratanit.com. If you want material and all, you can check my website ratanit.com. Okay, so good. So if you want, I will show my website once. So just now started the website. Slowly we'll improve we'll do the improvements. Tutorial. This is my Python tutorial. So just they are doing updations here. See, we done with exception handling class previously. You can check the exception handling tutorial, introduction to exception handling, try except else blocks, finally block. So if you which one you want, you can click that one. Try except else block, right? This is the code. These are all the examples we placed. Every example, just check the example, do the practice. Sir, no, yaar. Check the example and do the practice. We have the multiple examples are there. Okay, so click on next button, you will get the finally block code. So you have the multiple examples, right? Do the practicals. Okay, so good. Now what we are doing, we have the core Java, means here we have the core Java. You can check it. Okay, good. So this is my object, this is my example, right? In this example, what is my requirement? I want to go for the named object and nameless object. Then sir, what is the named and nameless? C equal my class, I call c.m1 function. This object contains name, right? What is the name of this object? C, right? This approach is called which approach here? This approach is called what? Named object approach. Okay, and we can call this one is one more way by using nameless object. What about nameless object here? Directly you can call what? My class dot m1 function. See, this object contains any name here? No, right? This is called a nameless object. Ratan IT.com, Ratan IT.com, 2 times printed, right? I don't think it's spelling mistakes. One guy written the comment previous tutorial. Ratan sir, the spelling mistake, feeling important. Here named object is what? A nameless object, right? That's it. So how many formats of object creation we have? 2 formats, named object as well as nameless object, right? That's it. This is all about declaring the functions and declaring the variables inside the class. Let me repeat once again. In Python 2.7 our class is not extending any object class, but in Python 3.x our class is by default child class of object. These 3 declarations are perfectly same. If you want to check any practical proof, you can run this code in 2.7 and 3.x. So inside the class, to declare the what? Functions. To represent this function is belongs to this class, we have this which keyword here? Self keyword. Then create the object, call that functions. Next one is what? You are passing arguments. And for the class you can create one object or multiple objects. Multiple objects you can create. Next one is what? Class variables. Inside the class, if you declare the variable, inside the class to access that variables, we have to go for which keyword here? Self keyword. Sir, no, yaar. Which keyword you have to use? Self keyword, right? That's it. See here inside the class, to represent the class variable we have to use self keyword. Outside of the class, to represent the class variable we have to use the object. Okay, good. Next one is what? We have the class variable is there, we have the local variable is there. Local variables directly can print it a plus b. Okay, but class variables what? We have to go for self.a and self.b. The last one is what? Named object versus nameless object. Named object means what? The object contains reference is called named object. Object without reference is called what? Nameless object. Just reducing length of the code, that's it. Clear? Good. Okay, I hope the points are clear, right? Good. Guys, can you please share your knowledge with others? It means say to your friends, Ratan sir doing Python videos, if you want you can check the videos and all. Just share your knowledge, that's it always. Sir, no, yaar. Share the knowledge and please like the video and subscribe the video and comment the video. Okay, good. Next one is what? We have to check the, see in Java we have the hash code, right? What do you mean hash code here? Unique identification number of object is called hash code. The same way here also, for every object one unique identification number will be generated. One unique identification number will be generated, that is called hash code. That is called what? Hash code, right? Like unique identification number, that's it. To check the unique identification number in Python, we have the ID function. We have which function here? ID function. If you want you can check it. I'm using class my class, just pass here. If you want, I'm creating object c equal to what? C equal to my class, and tell me here c2 equal to, tell me here c2 equal to my class. Total how many objects I done here? 2 objects. I'm assigning c3 equal to c1. It means what? C3 is also pointing to c1, right? Sir, no, yaar. C3 is also C3 also pointing to c1 object. If you want print the ID, simply can go for the ID function, ID of c1. Like that we have to check ID of c1, ID of c2, ID of C2 and what ID of C3, right? That's it. So 3 IDs are there: ID of C1, ID of C2, ID of C3. Just you can check that code once. Python first.py. What happened here? Class my class, here we're writing small letter. Okay, so Python first.py. See, you can check it here. ID1 and ID3 both are same or not? Oh, ID1 and ID3 both are same or not? Both are same, right? Good. See, if you want check IDs both are same or not, you can go for the is and is not keywords actually. C1 is C2, C1 C2 both are same or not? No, right? It returns the false. Okay, good. Next one is what? C1 is C3. C1 is C3 or not? Yes, right? Simply can run it, you'll get the true value, right? That's it. The same way, C1 is not C2. Obviously is not only, right? C1 is not C2. Very good. We'll get the true only. You will write C1 C3, C1 C3. C1 is not C3. No, because both are same, right? Here it returns the false. So is and is not operators. That's it. Is and is not, right? Good. So to check the ID of the object, simply you can go for which function here? ID function. What is the next one here? ID function we are using. To check both objects are same or not, you have to go for is and is not. Yes or no? Is and what? Is not, right? That's it. This is all about what? Checking the IDs actually. Checking the IDs, right? That's it. So the next one we'll discuss about the constructors.